So like many others, I have been spending a lot of time playing Fallout 76 beta. And it's been a hoot, apart from when my entire game directory was deleted, and the time I couldn't get in because of a 30GB patch. Like many others, I relished this time, and it gave me a great opportunity to see the game in action before the official release. Now as it stands, with the exception of some bug fixes, this stands to be the true image of what to expect when the game is released. I wanted to put my thoughts together and give a fair and unbiased as possible review on the current state of Fallout 76. I have covered a great deal of Fallout content on this channel in the past, and I am for sure a fan of the series. With that said, I always welcome change and I've had no issues with the shifting playstyles that some other fans have, just as I did with other franchises I have followed over the years. I always find that in the long term, change seems to pay off. I don't so much want to put together a review, but rather sum up some of the things that everyone should know when considering their purchase. These won't all be good, these won't all be bad, but a mixture of things I feel that are important. Number 1. No NPCs. Probably the thing that stands out the most is there are no people in the game. Well, no NPC people, that is. I played through the game for a good 10 hours, so far there's not been a single person breathing. Bethesda's grand plan to have everyone you see be a real person seems great in concept, but in execution, it just makes the game feel empty. The only time you hear a voice is when listening to the audio tapes of people who are already dead, or conversing with a machine. I couldn't help but feel the game lacked any real depth outside wandering from place to place, looting, and hoping you find enough resources to build something meaningful at your camp. Collecting to sell to traders seems pointless, as heavy weapons sell for just as much as a single plate. Most items seem to sell for around 1 to 4 caps, and buying items, even small ones, would require hours of grinding, which seems like more work than fun. I got a strong sense that if they had even a few human NPCs, the game would be infinitely more enjoyable. Number 2, VATS is awesome. I have to say that the new VATS system is executed perfectly. The aimbot seems to be a perfect compromise of the VATS system and is very fun to play. Quick firing those pesky little flying creatures is a breeze, and gives you that sense of being a real badass when chewing through enemies with pinpoint accuracy. Well done, guys. Number 3. Carry weight is a nightmare. It becomes immediately clear early on that carry weight will always be a thorn in your side. Starting off with a measly carry weight, which takes a great deal of time to increase, makes you stop and item manage constantly. Runs are often short-lived, and selecting meds and firearms becomes the order of the day. It's just so limiting and constricting. Say goodbye to fun weapon combos and long runs, as if it's not the carry weight that grounds you, it will be the lack of meds that you were able to bring with you. The game features on-the-fly junk breakdown and bundling, but it's just more micromanagement and more time spent in your inventory when enemies are attacking. It's worth saying that containers and stashes now seem to have weight limits too, so don't expect to keep everything you find. Those days are gone. Number 4, visuals and colour. Fallout 76 features some of the most visually pleasing locations and assets so far. It's a lovely change of pace to see the lush greens and reds of the surroundings. Nothing much else to add other than it's a beautiful game and there's some really nice pleasing locations. Number 5, not like other survival games. Fallout 76 doesn't have the same feeling of creativity like other games in the genre such as Ark or Conan, as it doesn't feature dynamic surroundings. If you wish to acquire wood for your building, you'll need to either break down something with wood, visit a friendly robot, get lucky enough to find some, or pick it from a specific respawn spot. So what this means is if you want to get something specific achieved, i.e. build a home, you're going to need to do harvest circuits. This involves identifying spawns of resources and doing laps until you've collected enough. This is just simply a grind, and having to search the same areas again and again just isn't fun for me. Fallout has always thrived because there's always something else to do. Repeated content seems like we're going backwards. If I was being honest with myself, I would say this game feels more like survival mod for Fallout 4, with item respawns on timers. Number 6, your power armor comes with you. I was pleased to find that your power armor frame can be carried in your pack when you ran out of fusion cores. It does take up a large weight capacity though, but it's worth the sacrifice. The armor pieces that fit on the frame require a high level to use however, so bear that in mind. Number 7, gating. There is a real issue with gating, parts of the game being intentionally held from you until you reach a required level. This has been a real issue with some players, as historically these games were always open and free to do what you want. It really feels like this gating is done to try and get the players to play for longer. Else they would realise they had accomplished all there is to accomplish early on and lose interest. A transparent attempt to make the game last a little bit longer. I could go on, but I think I've talked about the issues I feel the most important, and hope you can take something away from this video. The bottom line is, I like the game, but I'm not sure how long that feeling will last. The beta isn't even over and I'm already feeling that the game has less and less to offer. If I were otherwise inclined, I might use the beta to justify cancelling my pre-order. I get the distinct feeling that Bethesda knew this was going to happen, which is why they were so set on launching the game through their own launcher, and not on Steam for fear of mass refunds. That's mere speculation, of course. I think only time will tell. I guess we'll all have to wait and see what happens next. That's it for this video. I hope you're all a little bit more informed. If you would add anything to this list or you disagree with anything, I would love to talk it out, either in the comments section or the Discord. That said, thanks for watching, hit like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Ciao!